Yes, yes. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing on this Thursday night? I hope you're not too busy watching NFL right now. It's Thursday night football, but you're with the Yeeeeee, and the Yeeeeee show is here. And this is what we do every Thursday. We talk SEO, and we mix junk removal in with it. And it's the junk removal SEO takeover, and we bring you guys all that content. And in the building, we have William Jones, the mastermind of junk removal. I mean, of SEO, and Rank Fortress. And we're helping a lot of people out. And what's up, William? How you doing, my brother?
Not much, doing good. How are you doing?
Another day, another day. It's good. And, we had some jobs today, and, we're getting those jobs on Google. People are starting to reach out to us now and see us on Google. And I seen your picture on Google. I just typed in trash removal. I typed in this word, that word, and you popped up. And I seen you and your wife's picture on Google. And I like that. I said, yes, yes. And, we're definitely getting the jobs, and it's definitely coming in that, we're ranking, and we're dominating when it comes to ranking in our area, and we're getting the calls now. And even with a little bit of a slowdown right now, because of the back to school hump and everything, we still managed to bust out 4 jobs today. We've been busy all week, actually. And we had a bunch of Google jobs all week, and we had Facebook jobs, and other situations from other pages. And it's just a blessing. And now we're live here with you guys, and we're also live on our Instagram channel, No Limit Hauling and Junk Removal. So you get the best of both worlds when you mess with Yeeeeee. But what's up, William? Talk to him, baby.
Not much, doing good. I mean, we were just talking about this too because I have another client. We got him in a 10-mile radius. So 10-mile radius is huge. It is generally about a 35 to 40-minute drive either way.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, I just hope it converts to calls. And I asked him, I said, well, have you booked your, onboarding with your virtual assistant that every one of our premium clients get? And he had not. He finally did. And I was like, well, you can't be relying upon just SEO. And that's what most SEOs will tell you. Number one, they lie to you and tell you all you got to do is SEO. And that's a lie.
Yeah.
You need to be doing organic SEO, which doesn't just mean SEO. It means like what Mr. Yee's doing, which is posted on social media. He uses social media management virtual assistant, posts on social media, does the video editing. Then when we post on that, we post across all those platforms. And so besides that, and then of course he's on Yelp, he's on everywhere else. But the whole point is being seen everywhere. And most of you
Exactly.
guys are only doing one thing, and you're not doing even ads. So like the
Yeah.
whole reason you use organic is that you don't have no money. You do organic so you can get money. And then once you have money, then you can do ads and other forms of marketing. Why? So you can get even more clients, you know?
Hmm.
So even us, I'm setting up landing pages for junk removal specifically right now to go after, junk removal SEO type clients. But it's going to be, hey, here's an ebook to help you, get more leads and how to start a business and all that. Why? See, you're trying to be seen everywhere, because people talk
Hmm.
about you. The more they talk about you, no, I don't care if it's hating on you. I don't care if they said loving on you. It's as long as they're talking about you, you getting money. You know.
Exactly. All publicity is good publicity. And, I have the VAs posting for me. I have the VAs that reach out to me and get my approval on videos and content. And they do a wonderful job. And they're posting nonstop. My VA team posts nonstop on my next door, my Facebook, my Instagram, my TikTok, and they just blow it up. But I also post myself. I also do my posting myself. And I talk to my VAs. Make sure you, if you can, update my Google My Business with this video. Update my Google My Business with this, and they get right back to me. I mean, right back to me, no problem. I don't have a situation where they don't reach back out to me, because if I did, I just tell William, and William. You know what I mean? But yes, yes,
You
and
gotta have the same problem I have. I talked to a lady yesterday. She actually came from, and I normally, because I just posted something about an electrician. The guy's been with me for a while, and he's been, even when I was doing mainly white label SEO, and he's doing electrician work now, but he's also does junk removal. So someone said, you also do other niches. Yes, we do other niches. Yesterday, I talked to a lady that was sent to us. She's a spa, and she was sent to me by another, junk removal guy. It's Demo Docs, but thank you, Demo Docs. But for instance, the same thing applies to them. And I told him, I said, how often are you posted on social media? That was like once or twice a day. I was like, yeah, I thought you had more content than that. Like us, I'm like, I have to almost I have the same issue like you have. I kind of keep up with them because they'll post 5-6 different times a day. Because we're hitting, for us, I have followers in the Philippine or Asian time zone, and I got USA time zone.
Yeah.
So I have to hit both ends. And then we have our digital conference coming up too, with digital marketing here in Cebu in December. So we're having to kind of hit both ends of that too. So
Absolutely. We have a comment right here on Instagram because we're live on Instagram also right now, and it says this is JT Hauling Solutions. We got JT Hauling Solutions right here live on Instagram with us. What's up with my brother and sister out there killing the game, man? He commented, it ain't about being the best. It's about being the best known. And I think absolutely it's about being the best known, especially if you are posting, you're putting content out there, and people are knowing of your brand and a brand awareness. And also, you're putting a dent in the system, and no one has to like you. You know who has to like me? My clients. And you know what I mean? That's what brings bread and butter on the table. What do you think, Will?
Well, I mean, I would agree with them. A lot of times people, for instance, they want to be perfect. They want to get everything perfect, but perfection is the enemy of any progress. I'd rather be good enough at what I'm doing. I'd rather you honestly to not know what you're even doing, as long as you're actually posting content about your business. And it could be just pictures. Well, I didn't use any text. I didn't use any hashtags. I didn't do it optimal.
Yeah.
I'd rather you do that because you're going to beat the person that has the skill and has the talent all day long, as long as you're putting in the work.
Yeah.
I openly tell people all the time is like, I used to, at least when I spoke on stage, I'd say, you know what, most of you in here that do technical SEO, I guarantee you 100% are better at technical SEO than me. But you will never, ever beat me, because the way I put in the work and the way I wind up marketing and the way I handle our clients is like, for instance, the junk removal clients, I have them all on one tab, all my premium clients, and I look at them every week. Sometimes I'm like, why is this not moving? What's going on here? And I'll look at it, see, make sure everything's done right. What can we do different? Like I was just talking to you about ads, where we'll be dropping something in about 2 weeks on press releases for about 25 junk removal people that nobody out there is doing. Nobody. Because it's expensive.
And that's what we're doing here. We are educating. We are helping so many people out there in the junk removal world, and bringing the junk removal with the SEO, and we're combining it and showing you guys, this is what we do. We are here to help, and we're here to crush the situation. We're here to stop, you guys getting ripped off. You guys putting your trust into these other SEO so-called gurus, and they can't even answer a question for you, or give you facts, or even do things live in front of your face that we do. And this is just what we do. And a lot of people may not like it, but it is what it is. All we're doing is stating facts, giving you guys that content, and showing you guys the way. And it's a blessing. It's just a blessing. And
My thing has always been, when people say, want to say something or whatever, it's like, anybody, all of you have access to YouTube. So any of you at any second can go live and teach people and help people and actually give value to people, instead of just trying to swindle people out of money. If you actually want to go live and show people actually how to do SEO, go for it. We would love it. I would love to do it. I've openly said that before. I've openly challenged people. And it's like, why do people say, why do you do SEO challenges? Because it teaches people how to do SEO. Besides doing that, it also then makes you better. Iron sharpens iron. If you're really good at junk removal, you should get around this person that's really good. Why? So you can learn. If you're
Yeah.
not learning, you're not improving. But a lot of people just won't do it. They say they're scared. I mean, I believe, for instance, even in your junk removal business, well, I'm scared. I don't want to get on camera. There's reasons to be scared. Bombings, that's a reason to be scared. Someone shooting you in your head, that's a reason to be scared. AIDS, cancer, that's a reason to be scared. Getting in front of a YouTube camera, in front of people you don't even know, you'll never see in your entire life, that's not a reason to be scared. That's a reason. If you don't do it, you're going to wind up not growing your brand, and you're not going to be successful, and you're going to lose money. But a lot of times people, they don't want to do it because they say they're scared. The reality is they're not confident.
Yeah.
And the
That's
more you do something, you get confident. Like,
yeah, it's definitely it's definitely there's three factors in when you're, promoting your business. It's confidence, looks, and authentic. You want to be authentic, you want to have the looks, and guess what the looks are? The looks are just your look. The look isn't trying to be like someone else. The look is just your look of who you are, comfortable in front of that mirror, in front of that camera. That's the look that you should have, your look. And you got to have that confidence. You got to wake up, eat, sleep, shit this. And when you have that confidence and you go in front of your clients and talk to them, they believe you. And that's what you want to do, is you want to help them believe that trust. And when they believe that trust, they're going to be quick to spend, to buy, to do. They're going to open their wallet to you. Whatever you want me to do. And that's just a lot of people, a lot of my clients right now are seeing me on social media. They're seeing me posting. They're seeing me constant, 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 because an average client has to see you 12 to 20 times to feel that comfortableness, to feel that comfort.
I think a
To
lot of
feel,
times too, it's like a lot of people, like, I've never met you in quote unquote physical being, but most people act one way on a live, or they act one way on a podcast behind the, if you will, the monitor, and then they act totally different in
yeah,
person. And then that's where people get lost. A lot of coaches do that. They'll act and say certain things live or over the phone, but then in person they act totally different, and that turns people off. And the reality is, if you act you're not supposed to act anyway, just be you. Be you
yeah.
on the camera, and then people will love it. You're
Just
going to have some people that love it, and then you're going to have some people that hate it, and that's fine.
it is what it is. You just, being authentic, and being comfortable in your skin, it's just mandatory. You know what I mean? That's why I put out so much content. I put out so much content from all the social media platforms, to show people out there that, you can be confident. You can just be you. But now I'm trying to help people, with social media marketing just a little bit better, so you catch a different audience, because that's what we want right here. But social media, TikTok, Instagram, Meta. When I say Meta, that's Instagram and Facebook. Meta. It's I think it's like a $12 billion a year situation, and people are getting so much money right now with being content creators, and they're getting so much money by just being content creators, and these brands and these businesses are looking at them and say, hey, I see you all over social media. I would like to endorse you. I would like to be an investor and help you out. Can you manage my product? Was that the grandbaby right there?
Yeah, that's one of the grand boys. That's Munib.
Okay, okay, okay. I
Munib. He's
thought
only two, believe it or not. That boy is big.
that
He's
boy
thick.
Butterball. He's a
He's thick.
butterball.
Yeah, he's thick boned and everything. He's what, I think 25 kilos at 2 years old.
50 pounds right there. 50 pounds. Are you teaching them SEO already? Are you already teaching them to,
He,
to
he
get this?
he comes and wants to sit in my daggum chair all the time, though.
He wants
Wants
to
to
be
be the
like Papa.
boss.
He wants to be like Papa. And
Yeah.
I just think that social media right now, the SEO, people are starting to be more with it now. People are starting to see what it does, how it affects your business, how it gives you brand awareness. And, it's changed my business a complete 180 to 360. Like, whoa, I didn't realize how much my phone rings now because, people are seeing me more and more. I had somebody, I got a job just the other day. I think it was a Tuesday. I got a job. Someone typed in trash removal and I popped up. And it's just, with the SEO, Williams putting in work with the team and the VAs, and they're putting in so many keywords where you can type in probably a dog poop removal, and I might come up. You know what I mean? Because we cover.
There's a guy too. He asked because we just onboarded him not even a month ago, and he's already ranking in junk removal. And he's like, well, what about furniture removal, appliance removal, and all this other stuff? I said, well, to be honest with you, I don't even bother running those reports because I know once you dominate your niche, and your niche is what your GMB category is, which is junk removal service, then you dominate those other areas. And I said, but just for you, I'll go ahead and run those reports on those keywords like fence removal, hot tub removal, furniture removal, appliance removal, clean outs, garage clean out, warehouse clean, everything you could possibly think of. Top 3 across the board. Across the board. That's what Thomas said. Dominate your niche. If you dominate your niche, then you will dominate it all. But if you don't, and you start focusing on, let's say, 20 different keywords, you're never going to dominate the niche because you're focusing on all these other keywords, trying to dominate all of them. When in reality, just focus on that one niche, you'll be able to dominate it. So
absolutely. And I think, the more people see us, in action and helping others, they'll feel more comfortable and more welcome to, reach out to us. Because, if you reach out to William at Rank Fortress, he'll give you a free audit. He'll show you live and in person, you know what I mean? When you book a call with him, or when you're on the interwebs with him, he'll show you how your situation is going, and it's absolutely free. We're giving that free game, that free knowledge. And a lot of people right now are really tuning in because, they're seeing the power of SEO and dominating your area, because the biggest guy in junk removal could be in your area, but that doesn't mean he's ranking. And you can rank.
Most people will sit there and be like, well, what's the big deal about an audit? Well, the average SEO charges anywhere from $500 to $1,000 for an SEO audit. Just the audit, not even to fix anything, just to say this is what's wrong with it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people right now. I see on other social platforms, there's a lot of people right now advertising SEO now, and offering certain, 30 days free. But we've already done that.
See, here's the thing, and I tell people all the time. So, for instance, when we're doing an audit, and I look at the footer and I see any of them, you can tell me Lewis, you can tell me JRA, you can tell me make money with Jungle, any of them, right? And the thing is this: I don't care. Do a great, amazing job. That's all that all the business community wants, is do a great job. But if someone's out there doing SEO and you're not in the top 3, there's a problem with that. And the thing is, it's like, show the people how to do these things. And a lot of guys that go, for instance, a lot of SEOs will go, I will get you dominant in the top 3 of Google, guaranteed. Okay, what's the guarantee? Is the guarantee your word?
Yeah.
Because from where I'm from, if your word ain't no good, you're no good. That's number 1. Number 2, is the guarantee. If I don't get you in the top, because I've seen contracts, bro, I'll get you in the top 3 if this. Our guarantee is I'll get you in the top 3 in this radius, or money back. Yeah. Or I pause billing and work for free. Nobody does that. Nobody, because they don't want to. They don't want to put their money where their mouth is. That's why I even told a guy the other day. He says, "I'll crap on your SEO. I'll outrank you." There's another big time SEO guy. I said, "That's fine. That's fine, buddy. Let's do it. Let's do a contest." Yeah. And he said, "No one's asking you." And I told him, I said, "That's what I thought."
Yeah,
you don't want to put your money where your mouth is. Most of them are that way. They don't want to do it. Like, who's the best in junk removal? Who's the best in junk removal? And then do a challenge on it. Don't pussy out. Do a challenge on that shit. You
Yeah,
know,
well, you know,
who dominates your niche? Let's do it. You know,
we were trying to do a challenge in October, but that's not going to happen. So, you know what I mean? No worries. We're not even worried about October. For me, October is all about Halloween and, you know, giving back and giving to the kids with candies and trick or treating. And we're not worried about October because coming November, there's gonna be a lot of people reaching out to us and said, "Man, I didn't believe, I can't even listen to that. I can't even."
yeah. I had someone say, "Well, why aren't you going?" And I told them straight up. I said, "Well, I was trying to give away free shit, and I was told no." And you think I'm gonna fly over the United States for $10,000? Business class is like $8,000 to $9,000. Fly over there to go to a place that I can't even talk about my own business? Fuck that.
Yeah,
I ain't doing it.
I think there's a lot of people out there who are not who are not attending, and it might be a little different situation this year. And you
It's
know,
fine. I mean, my thing is, and I understand that it is a conflict of interest, but whose interest? Is this
yeah,
the interest of the business owners, or is this the interest of certain speakers? You
or
know,
being a client to a certain speaker.
yeah. So
You
a lot
know,
of that's like for me, that's why I said I get more accomplished by going online, doing the free courses, doing the free lives, helping business owners. Like my calendar, I have people all the time. It's like my calendar, bro. You need at least 1 to 2 weeks in advance. Like next week, I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 appointments. So
hmm
that's why I told you at least a week in advance, you better be dropping up in my calendar. Otherwise, you ain't gonna be able to get on it. You know,
yeah,
because we're constantly helping business owners. I have people like I think 2 days ago, a guy said, tell me about the Mr. Yeeeeee special. And I told him this is what it is, this is what you get. Normally it's this. And then they sign up or whatever. But it's like just help people. I'm just trying like if you are stuck with somebody that you've been paying and you're not in the top three, there's not a reason you should not be in the top three. There's none. Zero reason.
yeah, and I think that a
They could
lot
say,
of
well, it's a hard niche to get ranked in. Well, maybe hard for them. They should get out of the niche then. But
I don't think anything is hard as long as you put your mind to it and you find the right help that can help you and you know guide you and show you the way. And you know, it's just you know, you can
I
either
think
pay
that's a good thing when you're talking about like having a mentor. Like if someone needs to know about junk removal, like Timo talks to you and stuff, it's like then talk to someone that's good at it. You know,
Mhm.
why I told my son, for instance, I said, you can be successful, son, without a mentor. You can do it.
Yeah.
However, you're going to have to go through a lot of hell to be successful. And I said, a mentor, like I have my mentors, MJ Lopez over here, having him is like having a superpower. He's like, no, don't do it that way. Do it this way. You don't want to do it that way. And this is why you don't want to do it that way.
Yeah.
And he's been through a lot of the crap. So having a mentor, I told him, is like having someone that can guide you and help you avoid certain things. And it's the same thing in SEO or any niche or any digital marketing or anything. It's like if you have someone and you're not getting the results that you want, either A, you're not following them, which is what they'll try to tell you a lot of times,
Yeah.
or B, they don't know what they're doing.
Mhm.
Now,
Yeah.
if you're not, if you're not, excuse me, if you're not getting the results and they're doing all the work, then they're to blame. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people I've talked to business owners and be like, well, I can't blame this SEO entirely. It's some of my fault. And I'll literally ask them, so what did you do to cause it?
Mhm.
Well, nothing really. They're the ones doing the SEO. Then stop saying it's your fault, buddy. You're paying them money to do a service. That's like if I paid someone junk removal to come clean up something.
Yeah.
One thing I want to hit on, I'm going to hit on another class, but we're talking about Yelp earlier.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, and a lot of people don't like Yelp, and Mr. Yee uses Yelp. So I want him to talk about it if he wants to talk about it. If you don't, we'll just skip it.
You hit me with it. You see, you guys see what he did to me? He hit me with a little bit of a
Back, back.
of a he hit me with that curveball. He hit me with that curveball. So you know, Yelp is like a Yelp is like a SEO also. Yelp is long term, but you got to get invested. And a lot of people shit on Yelp. A lot of people say this about Yelp, but I don't know anybody out there who has been done wrong by Yelp, or who has said they took in reviews from me, or they take I've only seen people on social media who have said these things, but I've never experienced this myself. But why wouldn't you want to be on Yelp and have another platform that is talking about your business and putting your business up there in the Google and the AI and the Chat GBT traffic world to be attracted? And when people go on Google search, Yelp sticks to them. Excuse my language. Yelp sticks to them like flies on shit, and you're going to
Mm.
see a top 10 junk removal in your area. So a lot of people, here's another one. A lot of people are old school. They still go to Yelp for reviews. They don't even go to Google for reviews. They just go to Google for a call to action, but they go to Yelp for a review on that restaurant, that home service, that plumber, and guess what? That junk removal guy who has all the photos on there, who has the beautiful reviews, who has beautiful replies. People read all these stuff, and that's all interaction that Google sees. Hit them. What do you think about that, William? Since you want to give my recipe.
And I ever
Yeah,
look
you
for, let's say, junk removal or any, any term whatsoever. Like, go look up junk removal, go look up electrician, any. You see on page one, you're gonna have your sponsored. Like I'm looking at right now, 1-800 got junk. Another guy, junk removal heroes in Vegas. Another one, Las Vegas junk removal. Another one, the list, right? Then an LSA ad, and then the very first person in organic. Take a guess who that motherfucker is Yelp. So Yelp, and you'll see these. They're called listicles. Listicle is I list out, let's say, the top 10, top 20 companies in this area, and Yelp goes top 10 best junk removal and hauling near Las Vegas. Well, all that literally ad is paid them to advertise Las Vegas niche, i.e. a junk removal niche. And
mm-hmm.
then you can go on further, besides Yelp, and it's like on Yelp, you have top 10 best junk removal hauling Las Vegas in September of 2020. That people all listed out. People are paying for that. It's
Yeah,
not something that they just, by their good graces, that they've put up there. They're all, it literally says sponsored results,
yeah.
i.e., they have paid for it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's no, the only SEO you can do for Yelp, same thing you can do for Quora and Reddit, it's fill out your profile, post on it, post updates, pictures, videos, reviews, drive traffic to it. That's the only, if you will, SEO. And that's what SEO really is to
Mm-hmm.
begin with. But then
Mm-hmm.
generally, if you keep scrolling on your search results, you'll have, if you will, your normal clients, or if you will, websites that are on Google organic. But then you'll have Reddit. You'll also have YouTube. And this is why I tell people, is like, are you doing YouTube SEO? Are you on Reddit? Are you on Quora? Are you on Yelp? Are you on all these other platforms? Because if you're concentrating on just Google reviews, even Google, if you've ever looked at results, views also pulled from this area and then shows other areas it's pulling reviews from.
Yeah,
At the
it's
very bottom, it will generally say web results, reviews also pulled from this area. I mean,
mm-hmm.
this view Google is based on what's on the internet, not just what's on Google.
And you should be adding your Yelp to your website. You should just be adding your Yelp to your website to let people know. And Google also sees this. So there's just so much traffic right there that you should keep on posting. As much as you post on social media, as much as you post on Google, you should post on your Yelp too, because it sees the algorithm. that you keep on posting and posting and posting and posting. And Yelp is being sponsored, and Yelp is being shown on Facebook. You could be scrolling on Facebook, and all of a sudden it says Yelp for junk removal. And then it may show a sponsored face. You might see this face if you're in my area. But it's just, I like to be everywhere. I want to be on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Yelp, Google. I want my client to see me everywhere. I want them to be so comfortable when they see me everywhere. And they may have seen me 10 times before they decided to make that call, because I built that trust. Mm.
And that's the thing, is that all that's doing is creating backlinks on every time you post across any of those platforms, is creating backlinks to it. It's creating backlinks to your assets, and that's just going to help your actual SEO anyways. It's just referral traffic.
Mm-hmm. And those are damn near free backlinks that it's doing for you. So if you don't have a Yelp business, go download one now, and just add it. Trust me. Add it, get a regular Yelp and also get a business Yelp, and just add yourself to it, because it's putting your name on another situation where Google's going to see it and you're going to be in that traffic.
Like I have, for instance, everybody says, excuse me, there's AI SEO. There's no such thing as AI SEO. There's just SEO and branding and doing it, doing
Well,
what every business owner should be doing, like Reddit for SEO. Reddit posts rank for niche questions. Like, what are the questions people are asking in your niche? And you
mm-hmm.
then use subreddits, where called subreddits, for keyword research and audience insights. And then you also want to contribute answers. Don't spam the shit out of them. Build backlinks and traffic from it. Then how to use Wikipedia, how to use YouTube, how to use Google, of course, how to use Yelp. Yelp often outranks actual business owner websites in their local search area. The reviews are on there, the keyword rich, their user content. They have the consistent name, address, phone number, of course, which is important. And then high ratings improve your, if you will, your click-through rates. Then, of course, Facebook SEO. Everybody's like, well, what's that? And it's like, you can literally use all this: Facebook for SEO, Amazon for SEO, TripAdvisor for SEO, Mapbox for SEO, OpenStreet, Instagram, MapQuest, Walmart, eBay, LinkedIn, Quora, Home Depot, Yahoo, Yahoo, Target, Pinterest, every single one of them. All right.
Yeah.
Every single thing. You could use every one of them. And most people just go, well, I'm doing Google. Really? Really? That's not SEO.
Yeah, and then a lot of people say they're using Google, but they're not posting. They're not updating. They're just not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and then they scratch their head right now during the start of the slow season. Man, why goes my phone's not going off? Or if you want to be ranked in your area, but but you're not ranked in your area, but you're driving an hour to a job every day. You're driving
Yeah.
an hour this way to a job. You're driving an hour that way to a job. It makes to me, I am ranking in my area. I'm being dominant in my area because of my SEO and working with William right here at Rank Fortress. But I don't have to drive an hour. I don't have to get on I rarely get on the highway. I'm only 10 to 15, 13, 11 minutes from my house on most jobs. And that is such a blessing because I don't have to worry about the highway. I don't have to worry about wasting time. I don't have to worry about wasting gas or driving all the way that way, and I got to get to the landfill or to the dump all the way that way and wasting all that time and money. I see so many people on the social platform saying, "Hey, I'm here. I'm here today doing a job. I'm here today doing a job." But you drove over an hour to that job, and that
Yeah,
right there is
that was the main reason I actually started wanting to work for myself, was because I remember my homeboy told me, he's like, do you want to sit there and every single day drive traffic,
you know.
even if you're in business? and that's what you're doing, you probably should stop because it's bad for your health. Number one, doing all that driving. That's number one why you should get out of the truck and run an actual business.
You're,
You know, get to the point have to do it as much or not have to drive as far like he's talking about.
yeah.
You know, you definitely want to do that. You don't want to drive an hour away.
No, if you're driving an hour away, and then there's people out there who say, my area sucks, my area is saturated, my area, what I mean, there's these guys doing these certain type of low balling pickups now, but they're not dominating with social media. They're not dominating with their GMB. And if you were to get on with some SEO and reach out and get some help, you wouldn't have to be doing all that type of drive. You can, especially if you are in a population with over 500,000 people in your population. That's more than enough. And if you have a 1-800 junk in your area, you are in a good area. But you're going more driving, more time, more gas money, more dump fees, wear and tear on your truck, your trailers, your tires. All this adds up at the end of the year. And trust me, it's a blessing dominating my area and being locally ranked in my area because I 11, 8, 9. Tomorrow is a 3-minute drive from my house to a job. And, it's just a blessing.
It's really is hyper local targeted traffic, and I actually have an ebook on that one. But it's like, why would I do billboards? We're on billboards. I didn't pay for it to be on the billboards, but we're on billboards, and we do that. That's part of branding because people are talking about you. And if I see your name on a billboard, I might not have to drive fucking 30 minutes to somewhere. Instead, maybe it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes away from my house. Stuff of that nature. But that's why you want to go on all these different platforms. Like, why should I do YouTube? Because you can actually talk about things to do in your area, and that there are actually on TikTok, for example, there are TikTok channels dedicated to just cities.
Yeah.
And you go in there and start posting about, if you will, and you're in Las Vegas or whatever, and you start posting about that area, guess what's going to be picking up? It's going to pick up your information about Las Vegas or your specific city on those shorts and on those feeds, because it's all feeding the algorithm. But what I normally tell people, okay, if I'm doing research and you're not necessarily doing, let's say junk removal, you're doing junk removal in your areas, always look at the SERPs. Look at the search engine results and see who's actually advertising. Like the one I did with junk removal is Yelp, but let's say electrician near me. Let's type electrician near me. So electrician near me, you got all the sponsored ads for businesses because they're trying to outrank people. Then you got LSA ads. And then guess who's number one? Yelp. Number two, Thumbtack. So if you're not and guess what Thumbtack does? Same thing. It's a listicle. A listicle is simply where they are, and I'll show you this, but a listicle, what he's talking about, so for example, I don't care what niche you're in or anything, it's going to be the same thing. It's always a listicle, which is all we do is enter an electrician near me. You have sponsored ads, and you have an LSA ad. Then you have the people also ask, this is what you should write blogs about because these are the questions people are asking. These are also the same questions you should post on Reddit. Okay, because this is a part of Google's algorithm. Then you got Yelp. A listicle is simply this. It's where they're listing out the top 10 businesses in this. It straight up tells you it's sponsored. Business owners paid for these ads, i.e. you got to pay to play, baby. And some of them are going to be cheaper. Some are going to be cheaper. Some are going to, sometimes you can get away with $20, $30. Sometimes you got to spend more money. It depends on the niche. But then guess who's also here? Thumbtack. So why should I be on Thumbtack? Well, because they're paying to put your ass in the very top of the Google search results. That's why. And it literally tells you, once again, that these people, excuse me, all paid to be here. Excuse me. But every one of them paid to be there. And how do you do SEO for Thumbtack? It's the same thing.
So I think William right here, I think right here is a lot of people may say, Thumbtack doesn't work for me, but I think Thumbtack does work for you with SEO. And you know, I would maybe if I might be doing that. I might just be paying $5 a day for whatever. And you know, but that puts my name out there and on top of the list of, and that would just add to my resume. He's on here, he's on here,
Yes,
he's
I
on here.
mean, like with what he's doing, imagine if you were an electrician in this area or a junk removal person. Like this is an electrician, and I was running ads and I was here, and I was running LSA ads and I was here, and then I was in organic, but then I was also on Yelp. Guess what else? Yelp appears on page 1 twice doing
Yeah.
listicles. So if I was on organic one time and in Yelp, that makes 3 spots, excuse me, where you see my name and I'm dominating with SEO here. I got
Mm-hmm.
4 times the amount of chances I'm going to be seen. That's not even counting if I actually start doing Google ads. Then I got 5 or 6 times of being seen.
So I
So
think
what I
that,
tell people to do is always look for different terms.
yeah, that to me
Yeah,
that
just go
equals
ahead. But I'm
nothing.
in different terms.
That to me, that equals nothing but trust. When clients see you on so many different pages, so many different
Yeah.
levels, and they're scrolled down and they don't see nothing but your listings, 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 listings. What you're doing is you're building a brand. Oh my God. Now you got brand awareness. Now you're building that trust. And the more they see you, the more they see you, it's like that billboard. You might pass that billboard 10 times before you even think about it. But the more you
And
see
check
it,
this out, because everybody talks
yeah.
about how Better Business Bureau is such a trusted source and all that crap, right? So you have your sponsored ad. This is for Roofer Near Me in Vegas, because this is where I'm at right now. Not physically, but you know what I mean. Ads, maps. Imagine if you were in maps and you were also doing an LSA ad. So you're here twice, right? And then
Local
you're in
search.
Yelp. And then you're like, oh well, Better Business Bureau. No one ever beat them. Oh no, honey. That is not actually organic. They are paying for that. You see this shit? Ad, ad, ad. They're paying for that. Okay. So you can be in Yelp, pay an ad. Better Business Bureau, ad. Then you got Thumbtack. Then you got Reddit. Then you got more ads. So who should you be on? You should be Reddit, Thumbtack, Yelp, Better Business Bureau, and Maps. Then you
Mm-hmm.
dominate page 1. But if all you're doing is, oh, I just want to do Google SEO, then you're never going to dominate. You're going to constantly be. It's like on your Google profile. Do you have all your social icons? Do you have all the platforms? Well, they're not important. Well, if they weren't important, then why does Google allow you to put them all here? You
So
know,
I'm thinking that's going with don't put your eggs all in one basket, right, William?
bingo. And
So, you
most
know,
people do that. They go, well, the SEOs sell them this lie that, and this is how they pitch it. Because this is how they used to pitch it to me before I got into it was, oh, you're doing Google ads. Oh, how much are you spending? And then you find out how much you're spending. Then it's like, oh, well, man, you should redirect that over to SEO because once you do that, buddy, you're never going to have to actually do Google ads again. That's a damn straight up lie.
yeah.
You do organic, social, SEO, blogging, YouTube reels, all that. Why? So you can get money, so you can then reinvest it into another asset to help you
Mm-hmm.
make more money. You know, because there's a saying, it's like he who has the deepest pockets wins every
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
every fucking time, because you'll never beat them. It's like come attack somebody. It's like they do ads.
Yeah.
Ads. I
It's
can't outrank you. Ads.
it's that it's I came to a plateau in my business where I was like, I'm posting
Yeah.
every day, I'm doing this, but I'm not generating more jobs because even the biggest guys out there, even the biggest guys out there that say we don't pay for nothing, we're all organic,
Bullshit.
everybody reaches their plateau and
I think
guarantee.
you even sent me a guy that said the only thing, and I don't remember the guy's name, so I'm not going to do it, but he sent you something that said he only does organic. I could go through my conversations with you, but is
I
only
remember.
organic. Then I said, well, let me check it out in SEMrush. You go to SEMrush and it tells you how much someone's spending. It
Oh yeah.
tells you their keywords. It
Mm-hmm.
shows you their ads. So, for instance, how do I reverse engineer or do a good ad? I'll tell you. I go to SEMrush and I can pull someone's ad, the top competitors, top three. Same way I do SEO. I go, give me the top three people, SEMrush, who's doing ads. I look at all their ads. I figure out which one's the best one. I take their ad, I change it a little bit. You can say Control C, Control V. I don't give a shit. It works.
Yeah.
And then put a little bit of Mr. Yeeeeee on it or whoever you're working with, and then you outrank them and outdo them. That's all it is. But I can sit there and tell you, like 1-800-GOT-JUNK and Junk King and JRA and all them big guys, they are not dominating SEO, baby. They're not. They're dominating ads, which means they got a lot of money to put into their brand or their ads. Okay. But we go into big cities all the time and dominate an area and take over Junk King and all them. It's because they're just mainly focusing on ads. Now, once I dominate organic, I can then turn around and dominate ads. I had a franchise reach out to me this past week. Not doing it. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, and with
because I know what they're up to.
You know, and with the September, we're already here in September now, and we're going to be coming into October. We all know where, you know what I mean, you should be spending your money and saving your money, but also you should be preparing for the next year and saying, hey, what do I got to get prepared for the next year? Because we all know after December what comes. So I would be getting it
Yeah, because like
investing
right
into.
now, everybody's kind of entering in the slow season, like junk removal, home services. This is all about the slow season. But the thing is, that first, like January, February, March, that's going to literally tell you the rest of your year. This is the way it's going to be for the rest of the year. But if you don't get your shit together, it's going to be slow for the next year too.
Yeah, because you think you're ranking, but you're really not. But you should be knowing your seasons. And the more you put into this business, it's like SEO. You have to build that data. You have to build all that information. It has to get the algorithms, all has to keep on building data until now you know what's working. Say, hey, this is working, that's working. But you have to give it time. And we highly suggest you reach out to us and let us help you, because we're not here to rip your head off or feed you mumbo jumbo and have someone else do the work. If anybody's in right now, on the Instagram, and you want to share your website and see how you're ranking, type in the comments right now. Let us help you. Let us do a real quick audit and show you guys.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it's about. It's like, if what I'm saying is like, go Google the term you want to rank for, go Google it, and you can see, okay, what if I'm in maps? Is there any other places I should be, Mr. Yeeeeee or William? And if I look and I see Thumbtack or Yelp or Better Business Bureau and it's ads, I'm going to tell you, well, do you have $50 a day to spend on ads? If you got $50 a day, let's say not even 7 days a week, but 5 days a week, do you got an extra $2,000 or $1,000 a month to spend on ads? If you do, you should probably be doing Yelp. So I'm going to say at least doing Yelp.
So what's the difference between Yelp or Google?
So for me, from what I've seen, for example, why would someone click on a Yelp ad versus a Google ad? So the Google ad straight up tells you, straight up, if you look at it, and I'll go Google it again, but let's just say junk removal, and we're in Vegas. Okay.
How about junk removal Texas?
That's where. So go Texas. I'll change my IP address real quick. Let me change it to Texas. Let's go Dallas. So Dallas, Texas. And let's change that real quick. So now we're in Dallas, Texas. You guys see that? All right. So 1-800-GOT-JUNK. So what's the difference between this sponsored ad? Let's go down here. This sponsored ad, this sponsored ad, this sponsored ad, and then this sponsored ad right here, which is for Yelp. This is a new client, so I'm not concerned with that. So it literally says the top 10 best junk removal clients right here. So the top 10, it's telling me the call to action is, hey, the top 10 junk removal in Dallas. And then when I click on it, it's got a bunch of reviews. So what's the difference between that ad and an ad up here? This is one person, and it's giving me one option only, and it has no fucking reviews on it. And people want to know, what type of job that person did. I talked to these guys again. This is one I was talking about the other day. Go Load Up. They hit me up.
Yeah.
But then all these guys right here, but then so Yelp, and you can enter in any niche: junk removal, electrician. I know I spelled that wrong, so don't hit on me about it. This is called a knowledge panel, by the way. Then guess who's here? Yelp. So the more I would tell you is like before, it's like, why would I do Yelp? Well, I'm gonna do Google. Instead of going Google ads, I'd probably tell you to do Yelp ads after really looking at this more and more. And then even this is like, you got, let's say Indeed, just out of curiosity. This is
And
an ad, So I mean, just
mhm.
saying, for example, if you're looking at Angie's List, this is going to be sponsored as well. This is sponsored as well. So Better Business Bureau, that's an ad. Angie's List, this is an ad. Yelp is an ad. All of those are ads. They're all sponsored. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, you know.
And it's a lot cheaper
Mhm.
than Google. So you're not going to get charged as much as you do with Google, but Yelp is going to make sure it attaches itself right underneath Google, right there. And then when someone sees top 10 in my area, well, let me log on to that. And then they see your content and they see your photo,
Yeah.
they see your profile and say, "Oh my God, he's got 5 stars right here." Okay, boom. And then
Yeah. I mean, so if I click on that, what he's talking about, and you see that how many years experience they got, are they certified, they verified license, they're Yelp guaranteed. Then you can also click on it and see all their images, request a quote. You can see their reviews. You're like, oh my God, 100 reviews. And you click on it and then you can look at it. So it's much more information based on that one ad than if you look at a Google ad, which is basically just saying, hey, come choose me. I'm the best.
yeah, and
One
it's
eight
gonna
hundred got junk removal.
mhm,
They don't really tell me nothing. But something goes the 10 top SEO companies. People are going to
mhm.
click on it because, like, oh, really? The 10 top. They don't even know. They don't even think that it's an ad. They don't even,
Yeah,
that doesn't even compute in their head that someone's paid for that. It's
yeah.
just a listicle saying these are the top people in your area,
And I think
you know?
I
So,
think the person like what you said who has a deep pockets is going to win. And why wouldn't you be dominating both worlds? Why wouldn't you be dominating? You're dominating. Some of these guys out here are saying they dominate Google. They're paying this much money for ads. They're on top. They're making this much money a month. But you're doing that. You're putting all your eggs in one basket. And what happens when Google goes down or something happens to Google and then you don't have a backup? You're like The Rock who just lost all his muscles and now he's just like shrunken. So it's just like, why wouldn't you dominate both worlds? Is it because you're listening to somebody on YouTube or you're listening to someone who said, "I hate Yelp," but you've never tried it?
yeah. A lot of them I know in the SEO, and not just SEO community, but in junk removal, they'll say that it sucks and stuff. And it's kind of like, really? You don't know that unless you actually
Yeah.
use it and tell people you actually use it. Actually show me the proof and bring the receipts that you've actually tested it. You've used it for a period of, let's say, 3 to 6 months, and show me the actual results, not
Mhm.
just, hey, it doesn't work, you know.
And if you were using it for 4 to 6 months and then you stopped that, you just lost all that data. You lost all of that data memory that they were building up and creating for you and putting you in an algorithm. So it's just like long term. You have to pay to play. And all these big companies, trust me, there's so many big companies out there in all these states. They're paying so much money for Google, but they're sleeping on Yelp, or they're listening to somebody else, or they hate Yelp, but you never give it time to even build that up. But you give Google all that time. And you're losing money. Actually, you think you're winning, but actually you're losing money, because there's money there. It's like those gold miners. They didn't leave any gold behind. If that ground over there has gold in it and that ground over there has gold in it, we're getting both grounds, and we're not going to stop until we find that vein and take it all. you know
Yeah, I mean, even with us, like I said, we're doing. I'm looking at doing Google Ads, and I'm getting my stuff set up
yeah, I
for
know.
that. But I'll.
I can't wait.
But
I can't wait. I'm going to be the first person.
so it's like, why am I setting our stuff up with Google Ads? Because why not? Why not get more? Why not get more? If you will, traction.
Yeah, and the
Why
trust.
not?
Well, if you trust them with SEO, why wouldn't you trust them to help you with a Google campaign and go from there? And
I mean,
and
we actually already do Google Ads. The
yeah,
VAs do, but I'm talking about
mhm.
specifically like for our for junk removal SEO,
Yes,
for
yes.
specifically.
Yes, that's what
But
I'm talking
so
about. So, if he's getting this together for everybody, and he's already doing SEO for you, why wouldn't you just add something to the recipe to make the cake even more delicious? So, woo, and Mr. Yee would tell you guys all about it, because I'm gonna be case number one. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait. I'm just like I'm already hungry for it, because I want I want to be dominant everywhere. I want my name everywhere. I want to be superior, but I don't mind if I just get one or two jobs a day, because I just don't mind. It's just a job is a job, and it's a blessing, because it keeps me busy, it keeps me working, but I also have control of my life. This is why I did this. I didn't do this to work 7 days a week, be behind the wheel all day. I did this to take vacations, to make more money, to have more time with my family, and do what I want to do in life. I didn't do this just to build this,
yeah,
build this,
exactly.
build this, build this, build this, build. I can go back to my 9 to 5 and do that. I could have went back to my 9 to 5 and did that, and traveled an hour to work. If I'm gonna travel an hour to work for a job, best believe me, it's gonna be $1,000 or more. And I actually have one Monday, and I tell you, that was from Yelp. You know what I'm saying? That was from Yelp. You know what I mean? So it's just putting in time, getting that algorithm going, and keep on posting on your profile, on your polio, on your profile, and being interactive and being constant with this. And that's just it. Constance is going to win you so much. But a lot of us are, I'm seeing a lot of us who are not posting to me the right way. And you're posting for your junk removal buddies instead of posting for clients. And that's such other situation that Mr. E is going to help you guys with. But you have to reach out to me so I can help you. You
Yeah, I
know,
mean, imagine if you're doing ads and you're doing organic and you're doing maps, you got all three assets, and then you're doing YouTube, and then you're doing Facebook, and then you're doing Instagram. You're being seen everywhere,
and
versus just in one spot. Why would you only want to do one spot? There's just no reason for it.
so that's why it's so important for you guys to make that time. I've 4 jobs today in the blazing heat, knee deep in rat shit today. And I went to a house that just was infested. This house was infested. And I'm talking about, you could smell it. Everything was chewed up. Everything had urine all over it. Oh my God. But guess what? In a half an hour, I made more $100 bills than this hand. But you know what I mean? It's because they see me everywhere, and I make that time. And then I come here and go live for you guys. And I'm still going live, even though we had Thursday night football, we had 2 beautiful games going on. But I still made time. And William make time. And that's why we're taking this over and bringing you guys that explicit content for you guys. I think we have something right here. Boss Cleaning Solutions right here.
Hey,
LLC Junk. He said he count me in for Google ads. Been doing LSA for at least for the last year. How's that going for you? How's those LSA local search? How's that going for you? Let us know. You know, thank you for
Yeah, he
tapping
has a
in.
website we're getting ready to pop out for him. So
Boop.
once that happens, we'll be doing the SEO, and we can do the LSA ads, the Google ads, all of it. But like I said, don't just concentrate on that. You know,
Yeah.
concentrate on being seen everywhere.
Spread your hustle and get everywhere, because like I say, SEO's kind of getting small now, and you want to be everywhere, searched and seen everywhere. And Williams got these backlinks coming up, and they're going to be bigger than bigger than bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's just leave it to the pros. And if put your pride to the side, if you need help, reach out to us. We're here to help you guys, and we bring you guys this content that no one else can bring you. No one else can bring you, because when we talk about this, we don't ramble and go on other topics. Or like, you ask some of these gurus questions, you ask some of these guys who so-called that they're pros and they do this for a living, or they say this, but they can't even answer your question without rambling for a half an hour.
Yep. And the main thing is like, can they show you actually doing it? It's one thing to sit there and scream and talk about building a brand, or it's one thing to talk about doing SEO, or it's one thing to actually talk about doing junk removal and building a junk removal business. But show me you actually doing it now, not what you've done before. And
Present.
now you're a coach, or whatever, or now you do mentoring, but you don't have any businesses. Like there are a lot of coaches and mentors out there that will talk about mentoring and building culture. My first question is going to be for anyone. I don't care if you're in junk removal or any niche. Okay, let's talk about coaching. You want to talk about coaching and building culture. What company are you currently running and have culture in? Not what you
Mhm.
did 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago. No one gives a shit about what you did that time ago. They want to know, what are you doing right now? What problems can you help me as a business owner fix that I'm having in my company with my company culture right now? Oh, well, what we did back 10 years ago, that shit don't work anymore, buddy. No one cares. It's a totally new generation. Okay.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
and people deal with things in a different way. Okay. What worked back then does not work now. Some of it may, but a lot of it won't. And what happens is, just because you were successful building $1 million junk removal business 10 years ago, try that shit today and do it live today. Do it
Yeah.
live. Don't just talk about what you did before. Do it now.
I
Because
think
everybody, people want to be able to relate to, let's say, Mr. Yee, he's currently doing it. He can currently help me with the problems I currently have. He can't go and say, well, I don't know how to fix that, but I can tell you what I did 10 years ago. Why should I listen to you? Why?
absolutely, absolutely. So we try to bring you guys and make you guys be aware of this. Is that so many people want to stay relevant in junk removal, and they're just right now. Junk removal is so hot. That's why you're paying so much money for some of these leads on Google, because junk removal is so hot right now. If you were to start a gutter cleaning business right now, and you were good to go on Google and run some ads, you won't pay nowhere near what you'll be paying for junk removal ads. So right now it's just a hot ticket right now, and a lot of people are like being hypnotized. Ooh, buy this, get this, get a book that is this thick. Why? How am I going to read a book that is this thick? I don't even have a library card. I don't even, if it's not podcast and I can't hear it while I'm driving in my car, I'm surely not going to come home. If I'm gonna read a book, it's going to be the Bible, the new. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to read a Bible.
And I read books, but I told someone the other day, and today's Friday, our Friday, and I'll go be with my mentor. But one
Mm-hmm.
of the things they asked Imagine you're in front of your mentor and they ask this, they go, and I have all these books here. This is just a little bit. I got, if you ever watch our videos with the team, I got 1,000+ books. Okay. Coming from me, I tell you, the reason why you need these books, you want to know why? Because you don't have a mentor. The moment you have a mentor, you don't really need a whole lot of this. The moment you have a mentor, I don't have to go read a book on junk removal because I go, Mr. Yee, can I pay you for an hour of your time so I can talk to you about starting a junk removal business? Or can I pay you
Consultation.
for an hour of your time to talk about SEO or marketing or personal
Mm-hmm.
development? Now, I've also had people, there's another one, they don't want to do it live or whatever. We're talking about books, but they don't want to show you how to do something live, or they want pre-filtered questions. That person doesn't know what they're talking about.
Basically,
I can guarantee if I said, Mr. Yee, talk to me for 1 hour about junk removal, I could sit here and shut up and
I
he'd
can
just talk all day long about it.
I can do 3 hours in my car, no problem. My wife says, when you come home, turn it down. Turn it down. You're not Mr. Yee in this house. You're not Mr. Yee in this house. And it's hard for me to turn it off because I love what I do. And you know what? It's just this is the knowledge that I give to people. I give people this free game. I get calls every day. I get calls every day from around the world from people asking me questions and saying, hey, thank you so much for giving me your time. Thank you for the videos you're putting out. And thank you just for putting that effort in. And that's just, to me, that's being a mentor. To me, that's being a mentor to people who reach out to me and say, hey, Mr. Yee, I'm thinking about this, or I have this. Can you help me with this problem that I have? And I help people untie knots. And
I
that's
actually like, if you will, what Mr. Yee, it's like, so I can tell you based on what you just said, probably not 100%. I'm going to go ahead and Mr. Yee probably isn't too excited about getting up in the morning about doing junk removal. But what Mr. Yee does like doing is kind of like me. I'm the same way. I don't like SEO. I hate SEO. But what I do like doing and I get a drive out of is actually helping business owners.
helping my community.
Yeah. And then that's what really drives you to do what you do. Like, why do I do junk removal? It's because it enables me to do what I want to do, which is help my community and help other business owners and mentor them and coach them and stuff.
Before this, I was a public transit operator. So I heard people's problems all the time while I was driving that bus. I pick up runaways, strays. They didn't have no money to get on the bus. But I know this because I know how to read people real fast. That's how I was trained to help them to solve their problem. Here, come on, get on in. Here, come on, don't worry about the money. Come on, let's get you out of this area. Let's get you to a better place. And that's what I do. When I wake up in the morning and I lace my boots up, I know I'm going to go help somebody solve their problem. I know I'm going to help somebody help and fix their life. Like today, I went into a situation and it was a bad situation, but this lady needed my help. What I do, I went to Home Depot. I bought the bio suits. Me and my crew suited up. We put the hoodies on. We put the gloves on, and we went and tackled that. And this woman cried. She cried because the help that we gave her and the feeling she got to witness, it was like the Holy Spirit feeling. She got to witness that it overwhelmed her. And she had tears in her eyes because of how we helped her resolve her problem. And it's like the same way when I go to church, the Holy Spirit takes over my body and I weep and I weep. And it's just because, I'm so happy. And that's why I put my uniform on. That's why I created this character, Mr. Yee, because I love what I do. And it's just, there's a lot of times where I don't want to get out of bed, trust me. But I know I'm helping
Yeah, it's
someone.
the same way as me. I understand what you mean, brother. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always, I tell people all the time, it's not always, if you will, I want to get out of bed. It's discipline. It's not motivation. A lot of times people think they need to be motivated. It's all said your bank account should motivate you. But
Yeah.
besides that, I mean, a lot of times it's just, the sheer fact is it's discipline. Most of
Yeah.
the time, that's discipline.
What to me, it's a routine now. Get up, coffee, go get that money. Because I know, like today, I know today I made a certain amount of money before noon. Before noon, I could have said, my day's done. I'm happy. I'm good. But I knew I had to go help somebody else. And when I got there, that job was a lot bigger than that person talked about. But so was the big payment at the end. And the payment was, thank you so much, Rudy. You really helped my grandpa out. Grandpa Marvin, love his name was Grandpa Marvin. And he said, Grandpa Marvin, oh, Rudy, thank you. You're going to be coming back and doing another full load. And actually, we want you to leave a trailer here also. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's just what it's about. I didn't even get the Google review because I got two Google reviews from someone else today. Got two Google reviews from someone else today. And these reviews just keep on going up and going up and going up and going up. And speaking of that, we got somebody right here. You want to read that right there? That question, right? That comment, William?
Yeah. So we got 275 5-star Google reviews. Only been in business 18 months, thanks to Google and Thumbtack app. Up on the Thumbtack app, #1 pro in 15 miles of Ontario, Canada. Is this a matter of honestly? It's like, do good work and you get reviews. You obviously need to ask for them and stuff like that. But the thing is, a lot of times people are like, how do you become #1 in your space? It's a lot of times it's just do good work and care about other people. Don't just think about money, 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 money. I had a guy yesterday, matter of fact, just for example, our price for 3 months is, even with the discounts, normally 2,800, right? He's like, can you do 25? Yes. Done. Okay. He's like, people have not because they ask not. You don't ask, you're not going to get it. You
Close
gotta
mouth
ask,
and head.
and if you don't ask, I mean, that's what's going to happen. So
And
just
and
ask.
that's what makes William so different, is that if you ask for help, he's going to help you. And that's why I believe in this so much. I put the stamp on it a long time ago. I became the ambassador of the brand. You know what I mean? That's how much I believe in it. And people call me all the time and say, hey, is William really the truth? Is that really going on? Does he really, is that really happening? And I tell people all the time, find out for yourself. Trust me, you won't be disappointed, especially if you want to scale your business and you want to zip right past the competition, because you are getting that tweak, that, I don't even want to say it, but I'm gonna say it anyways, that steroid on it. Boom, and your GMB's gonna be walking around like Ronnie Coleman. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be walking around like Arnold, the Hawk. Your GMB and your website and the VAs with your social media, you're not losing, you're gaining. And that's what it's about. Is like, I seen a thing today, planting the seed of SEO. And
Yeah, I mean, a
guys,
lot of people just they're mainly about the money. That's all
yeah,
they really care about. And I just tell people, I mean, even when I go see my mentor today, it's like I tell him all the time, it's like, why my mentor is doing what he's doing, I tell him, say, is not for the money. It's not about the money. And they're like, what do you mean it's not about the money? It's like, life is not about money. It's about helping other people and solving problems. If I can solve someone's problems, guess what happens? My problems go away. By helping other people, they just resolve themselves. I don't talk about helping people. We just help people. I don't
mm-hmm,
talk about quote unquote giving charity. Even my wife, I'm gonna do this for charity. I'm like, I literally do it every month. It's on audit. It's
yeah,
automatically done.
mm-hmm,
Automatically, because it's just about helping people. Because if you'll actually help people, then what's going to wind up happening is God has a way of blessing you. You wind up having a way of things that's working out for you. But if all you ever think about is me, 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 then guess what's going to happen? You're not going to get blessed. It's not
you're
going to
gonna
happen.
you're gonna get blinded. You're gonna keep on doubting, and you're gonna have to learn the hard way. And that's why we do what we do, because I believe the more I give, the more I'll get back in the future. And it doesn't have to be money. It just has to be people. When they see me, they honk the horn. When other haulers in my area, the solid ones, they see me, they honk the horn. They say, hey, what's up, Yeeeeee? And they get, some of them are starstruck, but you know what? When they don't see me, I honk the horn and I throw up the peace sign to them. And they're just like, hey, what's up? What's happening? And I'm just like, It's all good, my brother. You know what I mean? I believe in giving so much because I get so much in return. I get so much in return just by being able to wake up in the morning. It's a blessing,
Yeah. That's
you
what I tell
know?
people all the time. It's like, and when you do that, I was like, my goal, even I told him, I said, I want to be that guy that, the devil wakes up, you wake up and the devil's like, oh God, he's awake again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, so I used to, even so I'm saying, if you keep taking my money, I'm just like, if I lost $500, I'm going to give 1,000 away. Keep taking my money,
Yeah, keep on.
giving it away.
Hey, how about this? Keep on calling me. Keep on calling me to the river. Keep on chasing me. Don't just keep it up.
Yeah.
Dealer, give me the right hand. I
I've
gotta get.
gotten to the point anymore. If someone starts talking crap about me, I'm like, I'm just start looking around. There's going to be a blessing somewhere coming up.
There's gonna be some lightning right now. Don't worry.
Just
Don't
waiting.
worry.
I'm just waiting
Uh-huh.
on it. So it's like, I
Yeah.
love helping people. That's about our biggest things. Like, why do I do the SEO? It's really because I like helping business owners. I like being able to take someone who like they've been paying for SEO, they don't think it works, and then you show them, hey, now you're dominating, and now the guy's like calling all the time, and is like, these phones won't stop ringing, my forms are being filled out, and blah blah
Hmm.
blah. Other times it don't work like that. That's why I say, okay, well, tell me what else are you doing besides SEO, and then that's when they say, well, nothing. Well, that's a problem. You
That's a
can't just
big
be
problem.
relying on just SEO. We actually do other things, and you need to
Hmm.
do social media. You need to do some ads. You need to go on Yelp. You need to get on, if you will, a lot. Look at your search and see who's advertising, what sites are popping up. If it's Yelp and Better Business Bureau, throw some damn ads on it and see. I don't know, Better Business Bureau, what type of leads you'll get from it. I can
Hmm.
imagine leads from Better Business Bureau are probably a lot more high quality, because generally someone looking at Better Business Bureau is looking for someone that's like really good. They're
Yeah,
usually going to look at Better Business Bureau because they want to find someone they can trust.
exactly.
And
And a lot of business bureau are working with other businesses for because they know they got that stamp of approval with
correct.
that trust.
And you
So
can't just, and with, like with Google LSA ads, it's probably the same thing with Better Business Bureau. Is like, you have to hold a certain level of review quality, and you have to have a certain level of response time, even in Yelp, to be, if you will, recommended, because they're not going to recommend you if you got, terrible reviews and everything else just because you're paying them.
yeah, exactly. And that just goes off with the more hard work you put in, the more it will pay off. And,
Yeah.
that's what it's all about is, being a factor in your area, letting your community know who you are, but also letting those other, businesses. It just doesn't have to be apartment complexes. It doesn't have to be senior citizen homes, because guess what? A baking company called me the other day, one of the biggest baking companies in my area, and they own a whole block.
Why
A
aren't you
whole
telling me about it? Was it on Yelp or something when you got the restaurant clean out or something?
No, that's something else coming up for next week. This
Oh,
was
that's
from
another one.
Yeah, this was from
Shit.
Google. This was from Google.
Mm.
This was an operations manager who typed on Google e-waste removal, and
Hmm.
guess who popped up? Mr. Yeeeeee. Mr. Yee popped up because those are some of my keywords that my VAs put in and make my SEO bink when somebody types in those keywords. So
Yeah,
I,
people ask me that all the time when we do the e-recycling. I said, you don't
mhm,
understand that some of what you're doing is e-recycling, like electronics and stuff,
mhm.
so this is
So
where it's like, you
they seen me, but also they loved the picture that they seen with me and my wife and my trailer. And he said, "You know what? I love the picture with your wife and you, and that's nice, and I love that. But I loved your trailer more because it had all those advertising all over. It was just plain and simple. That's what I need. When I got there, give him a good price. Didn't give him over the phone because he was like, no, I need it all gone. I got 2 pallets of e-waste. I said, no problem. I showed up. He helped me forklift everything onto my trailer, and he said, "From now on, you're my guy. You're my guy." And that was from a Google, absolutely free, just being organic, and my VAs helping me updating my Google, updating all the proper keywords, and keeping that SEO traffic going. Because, bink. Now I got another commercial account 10 minutes from my
And
house.
the commercial accounts is what's going to pay you a lot more money too. So y'all need to listen up to that shit, because it's not like the one-off residential where, hey, I got some mattresses and shit. That's why I have in my local SOP on lead generation. One of the things we talk about is property managers, property management, real estate, realtors. Why should you get involved with these guys? Because a lot of times when they buy a property, they need someone come in and clean that shit out. You know,
and
so
and a lot of times people don't realize that there's hundreds of local businesses, that the barbecue place, the barber, the oil change, this the seller, the wireless store. All these people have junk in their back rooms, and they would love for you just to help them, but they can help you because they can give you a Google review. But if you give them a nice pickup, maybe damn, they're almost free. They give you a Google review. They sponsor you. They sponsor you. You can say, "Hey, can I get a backlink from your business?" And you can attach them to your website. We help all these local businesses. Here are some of the local businesses that we work with and are sponsored by them. So
yeah.
it just doesn't have to be that management. It can be any business. You see that produce store, you go in there and tell them, "Hey, I could take all your pallets in the back. I could take all of your milk cartons they got 1,000 milk cartons that they don't want anymore." There's just
It's
so many
literally
things.
just a matter of what he's saying is just be seen, because most of the
Every
time you guys just are not seen. You
hmm
know, no one
and
knows you exist because you don't open up your mouth.
and you're brainwashed to you're watching these so-called gurus who are just telling you to go hit these basic places that do everything for them. But I guarantee you they're hitting all those other businesses, but they're not telling you the truth, like Mr. Yee and William does. That's what we do here. And it hurts. Sometimes it hurts, but you guys got to hear this to help you, because a lot of people are like, "No, I'm just no, no, no." Go out there and go to the small business. Go to that liquor store. Go talk to all those liquor stores in your area and say, "Hey, bro, I'll damn dare do a free pickup. But when you need something, holler at me." And guess what? That liquor store, they might know 100 people at the local mosque. And guess what? They're all going to be using you. They all got homes. But you got to build that trust with them. Got to build that trust. And
And trust
sometimes,
is you gotta get out there. You just gotta get
hmm
out there and be seen. You gotta get out there and do the work and get the good reviews and get a good name. You don't worry about people sitting there and talking about you or whatever. Some people are going to do it. You're going to have to deal with it. You're going to get a negative review. If you get a negative review, guess what? Most people don't realize Google gives you like almost 800 words that you can actually go in there and answer that person, talk about what you actually do. Maybe you didn't know the person. Maybe they left a fake review. Answer it and
hmm
shove it in there like a damn sandwich, man,
yeah.
and get as much information in as possible.
I had two bad reviews, 1 star, and it banked me down to 4.9. I had two reviews from the same person at the same time, same date, same location. And I contacted Google. Within a week, they removed it. It's that easy.
And sometimes Google will, and then sometimes they won't. When they don't, I have people that contact me and be like, let me get my 80 different people, report it. And then generally it comes down. And I've done that for other people before. And
Mhm.
once the same had like 15 reviews, and we probably got 13 of them removed. You
Beautiful.
know,
Hmm. I mean, you got anything else for today, William?
no, I mean, this weekend, y'all have a great weekend and everything. Enjoy the football games. And, if you need anything as far as SEO, or you just want me to, I mean, even if you ain't got the money, tell people all the time, even if you ain't got the money, you're like, can you give me a game plan? I'll give you a game plan. I mean, I'll
See,
give you the game plan and say, this is what I would do. If I was in your position, this is what I would do. I do it myself. Like, I have my own website that I'm actually concentrating on now. What would I do? What would William do on these steps? This is what I would do. And then if you ain't got the money to do SEO, well, at least you can do some of your own SEO. And I can show you how to do some of your own SEO and hear how to do organic. And I have SOPs for all of it. I
Mhm.
literally have SOPs, or standard operating procedures, on how to do everything from how to optimize your on page, how to do the technical SEO, how to do the internal linking, how to do all that fancy crap. I have all the SOPs for it.
And
It's just most people don't want to do it because they understand it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard, and you can't be doing SEO. I do SEO and I run a junk removal business 8 hours, 12 hours a day.
Yeah. I tried. Trust me, I tried. I gave up. I rather leave it to the experts. I rather leave it to the experts and pros who know what they're doing. And that's just it. And they make everything crystal clear to me. They make everything so I can read it. I know what's going. I get everything comes to me so I can okay it before it even gets launched out. And that's the thing is I wake up, I get emails, I get text messages, I get messages to okay everything they do. Then it goes out. So that's what you guys get. You know what I mean? Tap in.
And
This is
with his special, like a lot of guys that ask me about Mr. Yeeeeee special, you get 25%. Besides the 25%, then you also get the VA to help you with your social media management and editing reels and all that jazz. Because if you're not posting on social media, you don't exist. And you want to build. I want to be able to Google your brand name, like No Limit Hauling and Junk Removal. I should be able to Google it, and I see your images, I see your shorts, I see your long form video, I see your, you up in maps, I see you everywhere.
Nope.
And then if I see you everywhere, I know you have a brand, because Google ranks brands and they rank pages. They do not rank keywords. People think they rank keywords, but for example, if you want to rank a keyword, can you just have one page? No. You need a page for every one of them keywords, and you need to develop and overtake your niche and your brand. So, yeah, my grandson coming in here now.
With that said, thank you guys all for tuning in today on Thursday. We go live. We go live every Thursday with this SEO traffic talk and junk removal talk, but also William goes live all week. I don't know if he's doing it next week. Are you doing it next week?
Yeah, I'll be doing it next week. I just didn't do it this week.
Yeah,
I needed a little bit of a break. My grandkids and stuff are here, and then they'll be here until about the 14th, and then I'm going to be going back to going live all the time. So.
And I'll be live with him. So we're bringing you guys the best of both worlds, from junk removal to SEO, and everybody's welcome to join us. You want some help with your website? Maybe you want to go live with us and check and let us audit your website live. Help us out and reach out to us.
And it's not a matter of embarrassing anybody. It's not a matter of saying, let me show you why your website sucks. I had the guy the other day. I said, you're doing an amazing job. You don't need my help. And he's over in Dallas. I told him, I said, keep doing whatever the hell you're doing, buddy. Because this is a hard area and a hard niche.
No, this is a tough business right now to get into. If I had to tell people if they want to get into this business right now, I'd say don't get into this business right now, because it is very, 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 very competitive right now, because it's so diverse. Junk removals is so diverse now. All the old faces are going to be the past. The new faces are here. I'm trying to tell you guys. But William, with that said, thank you guys so much. We're live on Instagram this whole time. Also, they can find William Rank Fortress on Instagram. You can find William Jones on Instagram, and make it happen, guys. With that said, you guys have a good night out there on the YouTube world, and that's a wrap. Thank you guys so much, William. I'll talk to you in a minute. Have a good night. Tell the grandbaby I said, me, good morning, good afternoon.
All right, appreciate it, brother.
Yes, sir.
Take care.